Hey everyone, it's kombucha making day. I always do a second ferment, so I'm going to show you how I do that to give the kombucha more fizz and a better flavor. I want to show you what I make my actual kombucha in here out of, and that's oolong tea. I've tried regular black tea, I've tried green tea, I've tried a mix of teas, and they kind of taste like gym socks, as you have probably heard. I find the oolong does not give that funky flavor, so I stick with this. I think any oolong brand would be fine, but this one is always available, and I like the large count because I do use 5 at a time for this size of a container. This is actually a flower vase I had at one point, and I wasn't using it, and it's really worked out to be perfect for filling about 5 of these bottles. I have 4 out. I have 1 that I need to empty to do this, and I'm not ready to drink it, so I'm going to pour it into a glass. And I always put a towel when I open it, because sometimes, especially in the summer, when it's warmer, a little bit more pressure develops in the 48-hour time span that I typically leave it to do the second ferment. So I open it up. That looks like it was okay. Let's dump it out. And I always wash my hands, take off any rings, or if I have a bracelet on that might touch something in here, take all of that off. So I've done that. I do not wash my bottles unless they're really just so grimy I can't see anything, but remember, the bacteria in these are your friend. If you do feel the need to get right up here cleaned, which I sometimes do, this is the only brush I have found that does that. As it comes up, because this is notoriously hard to clean, as it comes up in here you can see it flares out a bit, and it will get that area right before the next starts, so you can clean it out. And this came in a pack of brushes that I got on Amazon, so it's not sold on its own. If you're interested, let me know. I will find a link. I have had it for quite some time, but I feel confident it is still available. So this is what I use to do my second ferment. I have tried many things, many types of fruit, many types of juices. This is the only one that I really think is the most delicious, and the people that I give scobies to that make their own, they agree. They're doing this also. I sold them on the taste by tasting mine, and they thought it was so perfect they didn't want to mess with it. So that's what I use. I put a small amount in. Well, first let me show you. The cover I use, this is a Chemex coffee filter. It's an unbleached, full size, and it's just perfect, and this will last me a year, and it really does a good job of keeping the bugs out, letting the right amount of air in, and giving me that 5 to 9 day amount of time it takes to ferment. So here's where the clean hands come in important. We're going to keep the top SCOBY, that's the new baby, and send the mother SCOBY, the original, to a new home. That can be in the compost, that can be to a friend. If you keep a SCOBY hotel in your fridge, you can do that. I compost it. I have plenty of SCOBYs. I have one every week, so they're not that precious to me, but don't throw them in the trash. One of my friends with chickens, I give over to their home for the chickens to have from time to time too. Alright, so here we go. You find a funnel that fits into the neck. You need to check this because a lot of funnels I tried do not fit. And I put in about, let's say, an ounce. Not too little, and certainly not too much. And of course, you want to leave room at the top as you're adding your tea to this to have room for pressure, because it's going to start to self-ferment, which means there will be some fantastic carbonation. And make sure that in the bottom you have at least a cup left of tea to start your next batch. I do have a pot of cooled oolong tea with about 1/3 of a cup of sugar in it already prepared. I made it last night so it would be ready for today. It's been pretty warm here the past month, so my tea is fermenting faster than I can drink it. I drink a bottle most days, but if I miss a day, the tea will get over fermented in this larger vessel and get ahead of me, and it won't taste so great anymore. It does get a vinegary taste if you let it go too long, but there's some wiggle room of about 3 days in my experience. When I go on vacation or if I'm working out of town, I put it in the fridge if I'll be gone more than a week. Okay, so I have enough left. You can see the scobiao. There's still quite a bit in there, so that's a little bit more in this one. These bottles do come in packs of 6, but one of mine broke in transit and I was credited and I just didn't feel the need to get another one. Alright, so here's my cooled tea. I'm just going to add it in. Cool sweet tea. Again, that's 5 bags of oolong and about 1/3 of a cup of sugar is plenty. Let's see, this pot is, I don't know, 1 quart, 2 quart, I don't know the measurement of it. It's the right amount for this. I just cover it up and put this in my pantry and leave it alone until the SCOBY starts to form. And that takes, honestly, I can smell it before I even look at it when it's ready. It has a distinct smell. I don't know how to explain it. It's not unpleasant, but it's certainly distinctive. Close this up. Now these I'll let sit right along my stove, which is right here behind where I'm doing this, for a full 48 hours. I have a whiteboard here on my fridge. I'll mark the time and the date just so I don't forget. And when that 48 hours to maybe 50 hours is up, I put these right in the fridge, or else they over ferment and the lids go flying and it's not good. So yeah, that's all you have to do. Kombucha is very easy to make and it's tasty and it's super inexpensive.